Good evening, boys and girls. See, when I get home from work and I'm cooking me fish and chips, London Hot Radio comes right on the radio. You should listen to it too. Street.
London Hot Radio.
Check your systems are offline.
Number one for today's hits and all-time favorites.
London Hot Radio!
The hits just keep on coming. London Hot Radio.
You are locked into www.londonhotradio.co.uk.
Hi and welcome to the LennieNRonnie show. My name is Ronnie, and the big man himself, or the little big man himself.
Yeah, my name's...
And big man, little man? Little man, big man, I don't know which one you would call him, but I don't want to really address him wrong because he looks like he's in a bad mood today, Lennie.
Who's Sin? Sin's in a bad mood.
Oh, you Lennie.
Oh, Sin. Oh, okay. I thought you said Sin's in a bad mood. Is that why he's standing there, walking towards us with...
Lennie's our producer. Sin is our producer today, engineer and producer.
Look at his face, Ron. Look at how sour his
That's
face
professional.
is.
He's got a professional face on. That's a game face. That's what we call a game face.
What did he just call us? Bumpy knuckles. Go on, Bumpy. Go on, Bumpy.
He's put on his game face.
So, Ron, how was your week?
Week? Yeah, man. I mean, you know how it goes, fam. Just sort of, just doing my thing.
Wow.
You know, a
Have you
little
got
bit of this, a little bit of that.
Have you got a ting, Ron?
Yeah.
Have you got a ting?
Yeah, you know how it goes, man. You know how
I
it
thought
goes.
a ting-
A little bit of tea, do my thing, you know.
I thought a ting was a drink from the Caribbean.
Well, you could call it that, but I'm just doing my thing, you know, my business, you know. But anyway, I mean, I was working as usual. You know, Babylon takes up a lot of my time, 5 days a week. But after that, you know, I just doing my thing, laying back, sitting on my throne, you know what I mean, my crown on, my castle. And yeah, I was doing things. Yeah, I was all right. I mean, nothing significant happened. Just looking forward to the World Cup.
We're not
I'm sure you are as well, Lennie.
We're not talking about World Cup, Ron.
Okay.
No, we're not talking about any World Cup business. Oh, unless you've got some facts about...
I have, actually. I've got
Excellent.
one interesting fact.
What country are we talking about?
The Netherlands.
Oh.
Did you know the Netherlands don't have any prison? They don't have any prisons.
Where do naughty people go?
I don't know. I've just... we need to look that up. I saw a bit about the Netherlands.
How can they have no prisons?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Where do they put... No, I can't
They
like
must
to say that.
have rehabilitation centres. They must turn it into state, talk it... But they actually have no prisons. And I was thinking, so what's that all about? How do they work? How does that work?
Well, have they got any people from the Caribbean in the Netherlands committing crime?
Well, they've got lots of Jamaicans over there. They've got Jamaican community over there. Look.
In the Netherlands?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Well, I know that. Yeah, I've got people. I've got friends. You know.
There's a Jamaican community in the Netherlands.
Why can't there be a Jamaican community in the Netherlands?
I don't know. I suppose.
Are you trying to attack?
No,
your big...
no,
Yeah,
no.
Oh,
No.
Oh, no.
I'm not. I just asked you a question because it's interesting.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've seen the film Cool Runnings. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was a fictional.
It's not fictional.
Yeah, I know.
It's not fictional.
I'm going to say to you, it was a fictional stroke fact film based on stupidness. That's what I'm saying. So we don't really want to talk about that. You know what I mean?
It's not. So before we get into our show, Ron, anyone who wants to, we did a podcast in the week, and we had a special section. What's the section called, Ron, again?
Oh, interesting and fascinating people.
And we had someone on there called Mush.
Wow, Mush, man.
If you want to hear Mush's escapades, pick up the podcast.
I think somebody said, what did they describe him as? Having verbal diarrhea.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Okay.
I didn't know what that was, but he came out with some fascinating facts, and he actually did some public broadcasting as well, which was really good. Health broadcasting, I thought was really good.
So if you want to hear,
it's good.
Mush and the podcast,
I don't know.
find us.
Do you think Mush want to come back or what?
Oh, 1,000,000% he'll want to
Really?
come back, Gordon Bennett. We'll never be able to switch him
I
off.
think he'd run out of things to talk about.
He'll never run out of things to talk about.
Wow.
He would just. So we were going to talk. So the Netherlands have got no jails. You reckon?
Google it, people.
And Cool Runnings is based on rubbish. not Jamaican history. Rubbish.
Yeah, just stupidness, and the way that it was a Disney production, and it was ridiculous. It's just a ridiculous movie. Accent was ridiculous. The story was just all over the place, and it's just acting was bad. Everything about it was just stupid.
So, okay, now we've got to the bottom of the stupid history, Jamaican history. I didn't say it, you did. We're going to talk about today, to get us started, criminal records.
Yeah.
And if a person's got one, once they've done their prison, they're picking up litter off the streets, or they've done their probation, should it all be finished and forgotten about, or should it be thrown in our face regularly like it is happening with Boy George, because he's in the jungle and he's been convicted and gone to prison.
But isn't it a case of? I thought it was a case of. Should you be earning while you're in prison? Isn't
Oh,
that what it is?
earning while you're in
Is
prison.
that the case? I thought it was that.
No, I
Oh,
thought
it was about just.
Well, Boy George isn't in prison, is he?
You mean like? Are you saying like his record just following him around all over the place?
Yes, any person, not just Boy George, but anyone. So
But Boy George is a celebrity. It's going to happen, isn't it?
what's going to happen?
Everybody knows he's a public figure. So if he goes to prison, everybody's going to know about it. And when he comes out, everybody's going to talk about it. He's never going to let up. Someone's going to say, what about that time he was in prison,
Yeah, but-
George?
So that fella, whoever he tied up or locked up, the sex worker fella, is saying that he shouldn't be allowed to be making money
Oh, I get you now.
because he went to prison and he was convicted of a crime,
Ah.
and and that's what he's saying.
Well, I mean, look, Robbie Hale still works, and he was apparently convicted of something, wasn't he?
Robbie Earl was convicted of
Wasn't he?
something.
I don't know. Is that about the tickets, the football tickets?
Yeah, but he wasn't convicted
Oh,
of
he wasn't?
anything. He was
Okay.
just he made a mistake, Ron.
Oh, we made a mistake. Oh, that's nice of you to say. That's
I mean-
good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, he made a mistake.
Yeah,
I didn't realise.
he put Jerry curl in his hair.
Sorry, streamers. Robbie Earl was a former footballer who played for England. So I didn't, I just wondered about him. But
Yeah, but what was his? You're missing out the most important things. You're a little stirrer, you are, Ron. You're missing out the most important thing about Robbie Earl. Why you
Robbie
said
Earl, he's a black man.
that? Okay, we'll let that
Okay,
finish.
all right,
So,
yeah.
what do you reckon, Ron? Once you've been to prison, should it just be okay? You've done it now, or sweep it under the rug, or should it follow you everywhere? What
Well,
do you
to be
reckon?
honest with you, in America, if you go to prison, you come out, you're not even allowed to vote.
Yeah, but you can.
And you
sti-
can't
can-
even access social housing.
Yeah, but you can still make money, can't you? That's true. You can't get particular jobs as well.
Yeah. So,
So-
in America they do that. They don't let you.
Boy George.
Forget it.
So Boy George is lucky he's not American.
Well, yeah. I
He
mean,
didn't get
Boy
arrested
George
in
is
America.
Is a celebrity. I mean, what is this man saying? He shouldn't be making any money. Is that what he's trying
He
to
shouldn't
say?
have been offered. He shouldn't have been given 500 grand, and even more important, he shouldn't have been offered that money. Oh, you know what I need to say? This topic we're discussing now is from Maria.
Okay.
I need to say that Maria gave us this topic.
Yeah, but the thing is, Maria, thank you for sending us this topic. I mean, I'm glad to know that we've got people who listen to our show. I'm glad to know that people send in requests. Did she send it? Was it like a request for us to do this, or I don't know. Was it?
You know, you're in a funny mood today,
No, I
Ron.
don't know. I'm sure it was a request.
If
but,
you
so
can-
I'm really pleased that we have people who actually listen to us.
If you carry on with this stink attitude, I'm going to stop your gyro. Okay?
No, I'm just
Yeah? I know what it looks like. It's green. Yeah? It's green and it gets you drunk.
He's
I know what it looks like.
then he's still stuck in 1980s people. So I don't know what he's talking about gyro for.
I don't know what I'm talking about a gyro for either.
No, I'm just saying. Thank you for that, Maria. I mean, from my point of view, I think I don't know. I think if you do the crime and you do the sentence, I mean, there should be some sort of forgiveness, because isn't prison supposed to be a rehabilitation
Never.
centre?
It's not. It's an academy to learn more and be.
Of course, but isn't
No.
that what it's supposed to be?
No, I think that no. It's. I don't know. I don't know any. I suppose there must be people who have been rehabilitated, but I don't think there's many.
Yeah, but isn't that the purpose of prison? You go out, you go in bad, and you come out good.
Well,
It's supposed to be. No, I mean I know it doesn't work that way, but you know it's supposed to happen.
you know this phrase that people bandy around: two wrongs don't make a right.
Oh yeah.
But if you rob someone, that's the first wrong. You go to prison, and in
Yeah.
your mind and your family's mind, that's the second wrong. How is it even, or how is it right?
Well, you can make it right though, can't you? While you're in prison.
How do you make it right when
You can, I
you've,
don't know.
You've sold whatever you nicked,
Yeah.
and you've had a really good time with all your friends.
Yeah.
You've been to watched Eric Bristow and darts, or Hurricane Higgins and snooker. Yeah. You lick some tech, you know what you lot say, Ron.
What's
and then,
that mean? What's the tech mean?
I don't know, no idea. I just heard some.
Lick tech. Is that what he says?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I just.
Streamers, can you actually tell me what that means? I don't know. I mean, Lennie's coming from the road. He's a roadman. So
Oh, yeah, I'm a street man.
no, you're ex-roadman. So I think
Ex-road man, yeah.
Lennie used to wear those click suits, you know.
What's a click suit?
Well, streamers, somebody tell Lennie what a click suit is.
A click suit. Is that
He used to
funny?
wear- It's like a tracksuit, but it's like a 1980s type tracksuit.
Did you have one?
No, I didn't have none of those stuff.
Why? Why didn't you have one, Ron?
I was above that.
Couldn't
I
you
was
just
above
couldn't you
that.
just pull down your mum's Sunday curtains and make a click suit? Couldn't you just do it?
No,
Eh?
couldn't do, well, first of all, there was no way in hell I would be able to pull down my mum's Sunday curtains because I know that would be the last thing I'll ever do in my life.
What about some doilies or some settee covers? Could you just pull some settee?
Again, my life would be in danger. So I don't think I could ever do that with my mum around. No way.
Okay, so what is it you're thinking? I think that people are often saying two wrongs don't make a right, do they?
I'm thinking about that. Two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah. So if when you're in school and the teacher says, Ronnie, why did you punch Jonathan's head in?
Yeah.
And then you say, well, he stole my rubber, miss.
Yeah.
And then she says, well, two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah.
I don't know, because when you kill someone in America, they kill you.
That's true.
And unless I missed something, that's two wrongs, isn't it?
Yeah, you put them in an electric chair. And then
That's right. And is that
two wrongs.
And has that brought someone back from the dead?
Well, no, maybe they might think that. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'll have to think about that one.
But I also blame the Bible, or the many parts of the Bible, for saying.
If you thump a man on one side of the cheek, you thump them on the next.
That's right. Yeah. If you lick a man down, then he gets up. Then you thump him down. Then you kick him up. Maybe you lick it. No, you lick him up.
No.
Lick him down.
If you thump a man, if a man thumps you on the right cheek, turn around your left cheek so he can thump you in your left cheek.
Yeah, but that's what the Bible does say. That is true, Ron. But I'm not sure. Do you
What would you do?
do you lick him down or thump him up, or do you thump him down or lick him up, or do you just kick him up?
No, but if a man thumps you on the right cheek, you're going to turn your head around and make him thump you on your left
Well,
cheek.
if it's a good thump, his head's going to. Ask Tyson and Ruddock. If it's a good thump, his head's going to turn anyway.
Well,
It's just how it is.
well, I don't. Yeah, so you know what? That's a good. That's a good.
Thank you, Ron.
Question
But hold
you
on,
made.
I hadn't finished.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
So
yeah.
you just said if a man thumps you in your left and then you thump him in his right and all that, you just said. But in the same Bible, it says, different section clearly, that an eye for an eye.
Shit. God.
Did you just say shit?
No, sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Ron,
Listeners,
you know
I'm
what?
really,
Sin's going to add that to a list of words that we can't say, Ron.
I'm going to reduce. He's going to reduce my money now.
Do you get paid?
Well, yeah.
That would explain why there's only half a gyro on the side here, because he's got the other half. How does it work? Who can
How
cash
does
it?
it work? How do I get paid?
No.
Oh, right.
If the gyro's cut in half, how can any of you cash it?
I have no idea. I mean, you're still in the 80s, aren't you?
Still in the eight. Can't you see how I'm dressed? Yeah? I got my Ben Sherman, my Gabici. You can't see how I'm dressed.
Do you remember that show? That was it Gears a Job? When he used to always go around to Gears
Yeah.
a Job, yeah.
Arvida's
Well,
own pet or Ozza?
Ozza, or whatever his name. I don't know what. But
Jimmy,
you can't
Jimmy,
remind me of that, innit?
Jimmy now.
Yeah, yeah.
But my coat fits me. But I like Jimmy now. It's cool. Jimmy now's got a song, right, Ron? I know we're going to be told off for ranting.
Yeah.
Jimmy now's got this song. It goes, she's lying. What's that song called?
You know what? I don't know any Jimmy
she's-
Nail songs, so I can't have a conversation with you
Ron,
about that.
You still got a
You
wireless.
obviously got this-
You still got a wireless, Ron, at home in 2022. You got a wireless. I don't know what you're
I think
pretending
Lenny's
for.
got all these guilty pleasures of these people he doesn't want no one to know. You know, when you're a road man, you're telling man that you know Jimmy Nail, then he's in trouble.
I know Jimmy now.
Oh, you like Jimmy Nail, you're in trouble.
He says, I can't remember that song. Does anyone remember the song? Jimmy Nail, the chorus is, she's lying.
Well, I don't know how many streamers we've got today, but maybe one or two of them might know.
One or two.
Yeah.
I think that's us, Ron. There's no one listening. It's
Oh.
just me and you. It's just me. Look, you put your hand in this sock, I'll put my hand in that sock,
All
and we'll
right.
pretend we're talking to people.
Wow,
Like
that's-
sock puppets. So, anyway, back to we're doing...
You said about eye for an eye, and what did you talking about?
We were talking about criminals, and once you've done your crime, should it be forgotten and you can just rejoin society and just not put it on any job applications? Or can you just swan around and it has to follow you everywhere? Then you said about licking people down and lick them on the other side of their face, and then when they get up, lick them on the other side. And I said, is that licking them down or punching them up or punching them down, licking? Then you said it's kicking them up. And then I said about the Bible.
Yeah, you said eye for an eye.
Yeah.
What's that? What was he gonna get to? I really did. I am the one what stopped you from your flow.
They're two oppositions. Yeah. They're two opposites. If you punch someone in one side of the face, you must give them the other side of your face.
Yeah.
That's what one part of the Bible says. And then if you keep reading, somewhere it says, if someone punches you in your face, you must rasp them properly.
Oh.
It's in the same Bible. It's in the same book.
That's right. Yeah, eye for an eye.
That's right. Different books.
Is it two for? What is it? Eye for an eye and what? I thought it was something else. But yeah, you're right. So that means you pluck out somebody's eye, the man has to go and pluck out your eye.
Yes, it's a lot of plucking. Yeah, it's like a, it's like a, Kingsland Market on a Saturday when you buy the chicken, they ask you if you want to pluck it or not.
Wow. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You want to pluck the chicken if it's a bit more expensive, or you can just take it home and pluck it yourself.
You're making me think now. I mean, the Bible's
Excellent.
really making me. You know what? The thing about the Bible is there are more questions than answers in the Bible. That's the thing. What's a problem when it comes to the Bible? I hope there's no real serious Christians listening to our show, but I have to say that's my issue with the Bible. It's just too many questions and not enough answers, and it's just a real problem for me. I don't know how it is for you, Lennie, but
Have you read the Bible before, Ron?
I haven't read it from cover to cover. No.
Have you read any part of the Bible?
Yes, I have read parts of the Bible, not like.
Well, my dad used to read the Bible all the time. And as soon as he started talking about it, I just start walking a different direction and lift my hand up to him like Columbo and walk away. Because he's entitled to his stuff. But I don't want to know about his stuff.
Yeah, but the Bible is full of information. I think it's good. Information is interesting, I have to say. But what I'm saying to you is that there are just too many questions and answers. I mean, one day you should do. Do you feel a bit when it comes to the Bible? Do you feel there are questions you want to be answered, or?
No, I think the Bible's interesting. I think it's based on. I'm told that the Bible religion is based on fear. I always thought it was based on hope, but I'm told it's based on fear, because it's always got these crazy stories in it about how a man parted the sea.
Yeah, Moses, yeah.
Yeah, or he fed 5,000 people with one loaf and one bottle of wine.
Yeah.
And unless that was Nando's endless fountain when you can refill and refill and refill,
Yeah.
I don't see how that can be true.
I mean, the only thing I could say with that, I mean, I don't know, but I guess they're like metaphors of something which is.
So does that mean the whole Bible's a metaphor?
Maybe, yeah. There's maybe lots of metaphors. I mean, they said that the Earth was built in 7 days, wasn't it?
The world.
Or the world itself. The Earth, that's the world, isn't it?
I guess, but you see...
But I don't know if a day could
No,
be
I
different
think it
to
was
what
on-
it is then.
I think it's 6 days, and on the 7th he rested.
Oh, rested, that's right. So, God, he did even quicker than that. But what I'm saying to you is that maybe what we know as a day might not be a day in them times.
Is it like what you were saying to me last week about who's the people that's in the womb for 3 months instead of 6 months or whatever nonsense you were saying last week?
What did I say?
You said that someone somewhere or something stays in Thailand.
Is it Thailand? Oh, what's the country who's in the World Cup? It's something to do with the World Cup. And South Korea, I think it was. And they're saying when a baby's born, he's 1 year old.
So there's lots of strange
Yeah,
things happening, isn't there? Lots of crazy
But I mean,
stuff.
I can see what they're saying, because when the woman's impregnated, the baby's there, or the fetus is there, and that's growing for 9 months, roughly.
Yeah.
So maybe they just think, I don't know what in South Korea how they work it out, but maybe when they're born, it just means that this is their first year. They've already lived in the mother's stomach. So that's how they see it.
Well, okay. Thank you, Dr. Zebi.
Yeah. So well, you have to kind of see with other people. I mean, you go to other countries, you enjoy their culture, you see with their culture. I mean, I'm sure when you go to do you go anywhere, like any countries? I mean, I know you're St. Lucian, aren't you? Well, your parents are from St. Lucia, don't you?
Yeah.
So have you been to St. Lucia before? Because I know a couple of mates who have been. They know a lot about St. Lucia. Do you know anything about St. Lucia?
If anyone, listen, Ronnie's just causing trouble with
No,
me.
no,
He's just
no,
causing
I
trouble.
don't
If you
know
could see the way he's looking at me, he's trying to goad me into saying bad
No,
stuff.
I don't know, because I've got a mate who's absolutely loves St. Lucia.
What's his name, Ron? This mate of yours. There we go.
Oh, I forgot.
God, you've forgotten it. Yeah, you would do it.
Steve-O or something like that.
Steve-O.
Yeah,
Okay.
he knows a lot about St. Lucia, and what he knows about St. Lucia, you would never even know about. You wouldn't even. I don't even know if you'd think it's there, from what he knows. So I know he's been around a lot. He's always in St. Lucia.
Talking of Steve-O, Ron,
Yeah.
and St. Lucia.
I think you know him. I think.
Yeah, talking of Steve-O and St. Lucia, Ron. I went out for a meal on Saturday.
Oh, Steve-O.
No,
All right.
no, the person I went out with dressed like they're in the 21st century.
Was it a date?
No, you know what?
It wasn't a date.
I was too fast with my mouth. I didn't go out on any date.
Okay.
We're going back to Steve-O and his Starsky and Hutch tracksuit with his high heel black shoes. Why does he dress like that, Ron? Why does he dress like that?
You know what?
So you brought him up, so why does he dress like that?
That's a bit unfair, though, isn't it?
Why? He doesn't dress like that.
I was talking about Steve-O and his knowledge of St. Lucia, and all of a sudden you're attacking him. Why?
I'm not attacking him. I just want
Why
to know
are you
why
attacking him?
he's got such a big afro that looks like an Evil Knievel ramp. Why can't it be equal both sides? In fact, you know what?
Yeah.
when I think about it, the heel on his shoes look like an evil Knievel ramp.
I'm
Why
just-
can't they be nice?
I'm really curious as why you're attacking Steve-O.
Because I like to attack.
Steve-O is a gentleman.
Is he?
Yeah, I mean.
So why must he call?
All
Why must
Steve-O
he?
does is innocently go to St. Lucia every year. He knows about St. Lucia. And why do you need to attack him?
Why must he abuse all the people at the football matches, Ron? This
Well, I
same
don't
man.
know about
Oh, you was
Steve-O.
there. You told me that you done it with him.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Well, that's just
Go on.
That's our little game. That's all. A little
What
game.
to abuse people?
Well, we don't abuse them. It's just
Tell
it's like,
women that they're ugly and they're.
well, I don't know about that. I have no
What?
idea. But I'm talking about referee. You know, it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
in the middle of a game, it's emotions flying. You know, like when you was in watching a game, the emotions fly. The referee makes a wrong decision or a bad decision, and then we just sort of fly off at angle and start cussing the referee, which is wrong.
Anyone who.
And I apologise to any referee and all the referees what I've cussed out over the years. I'm sorry, referee. I know you're just doing a job, and I don't really want to do that. And I'm apologies. And I hope there is at least one referee listen to us today.
Ron, does it matter that in 15 years of me going to football matches with you, does it matter? I mean, I'm not just asking a question. I've never seen you even raise your voice, swear, or cuss at anyone. Does that
Well,
matter?
it doesn't matter. But the problem is that you weren't even listening anyway. They were watching the whole match
That's
anyway.
true. That's true. That
You
is
had your
true.
mate you was talking to, and you do what you were doing to get your laughs, and he wasn't watching the football match. That's
No.
that's for sure.
This is true.
Yeah.
So I want to tell the listeners as well, Ron. Is that funny?
Eh?
The new part, is that funny? Do you want me to discuss Michael with you? Let everyone know about what Michael was saying about you, lot.
Who's Michael?
You know Michael was. You know
Oh,
Michael.
I thought his name was something else. I thought he said Michael.
What's his name? Tux.
Oh, I can't remember.
What-
It's not Michael, though. I'm
what's-
sure it's not Michael.
What's the new part of the show called, Ron?
What's that?
Fascinating.
Oh, you mean with Mush?
Yeah, but what's it called?
Fascinating, interesting and fascinating people.
Right. So, I want to just take a little. Have you got? We didn't get a bottle of water. Have you got? I want to say we got some cool guests coming on. Some cool, interesting, and fascinating people coming on in the near future into our into our live show and our podcast. We've got people to talk about Woolworth, Bermondsey, South East London in days gone by. We've got people to talk about music. We've got Anushka coming back to talk about hair. If you're short like me and people can see the top of your head and you want to get your hair, what's it called?
I don't know, reshaped or
you want to have your
reimagined.
you want to have your hair niced up like like Usher or Jamie, Usher or Jamie Foxx.
Or R. Kelly. He had a really nice.
You talk about R.
line.
Kelly. Oh wow.
It's only because I saw his hair was lined up really good, but I knew it wasn't real.
So if you want your hair to look like one of those people, Anushka, so they'll be coming in. We've got some other people coming in, people about beauty tips. We've even got some people to talk about dating. In fact, you know what, Ron? Can I ask you a dating question?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a dating question? If you promise me not to put on a silly voice.
Yeah, of course.
Don't start, hello.
I won't.
Can I ask a dating question?
Yeah.
Tell me what I should look for, Ron, in finding see how we just drift from topic to topic, how crazy we are.
Yeah.
Tell me, how do I find myself a nice woman?
How do you find? Well, do you ever shop? Do you go shopping?
Online occasionally when I'm at night time when I'm drinking.
What about physically you going shopping?
Nah,
Like
I
you go down
can't-
to Sainsbury's or Tesco
Oh yeah.
or Waitrose.
Yeah, I go Waitrose. Yeah, I do.
I mean, sometimes you can walking down the aisle, you see a nice looking woman, and she's only got a little basket. Maybe she's not pushing a trolley, just a basket, and you might have an idea that she might be on her own.
How? How do I know she's on her own just because
Well,
she's
but
putting
you
the
have
basket?
to ask, don't you? But I mean, you know, instinct might tell you.
But
that she
you know
might
what?
be on
Hold on. You know what, Ron? Let's just try something else. Before you give me your answer, how did you meet your beautiful wife, Ron? Tell me that.
Oh, I met at a friend's party.
Really?
Yeah.
And did you go up to her like one of the extras from the film Babylon with your Farrahs and your hat on and say, "Hey, baby"?
How do you know?
I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
what I
Eh?
did.
I wanna say thank you for the many things you done. Anyone listening to that? That is Betty Wright, but that's done by Cassandra in Babylon.
Yeah, I did
and Ronnie niced up himself. I wanna say thank you for the many things you done.
I wonder if you was there. I wasn't there.
That's such a, Ron, that's such a, that's, in fact, you know what? There's another guest going to come on and we're going to discuss the 80s. We're just going to discuss the 80s. And I guess that it's got to be for people our age, Ron.
Of course, yeah, it has to be. You know,
Because-
we lived it.
the 80s was just so cool.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of young people look back at the 80s and think, oh, wow, you guys are so colourful. You just so much colourful stuff you're dressing in the 80s. I didn't understand that. That wasn't like that, was it?
I didn't
What,
realise
people said
were
that-
we
I said-
colourful?
No, the reason... Oh, you know what? I'm getting mixed up. No, actually, the late 80s to the 90s, because I was listening to it. Do you remember, what's that guy's name?
Who?
From Spandau Ballet, Martin Kemp.
Yeah.
He was on the TV last week and he was talking about, he's roughly our age, and he was talking about in the 80s and 90s, and which was true. He said, look, this is what he said. He said, in the 80s, it was black and white. So I've got that wrong. But he said, in the 90s, it became more colourful. Clothes became colourful. Everybody started getting colour TV. The newspapers started having colour pictures.
Was it 80s black and white, Ron?
Yeah, I think he was kind of moving into, maybe it was late 80s was colour, but it was moving into that time when everything started to get colourful and clothes started to get colourful, because I think 90s was a colourful age, wasn't it, for clothes? But
I don't know, Ron. I just remember that.
Oh, do you think it's 70s into 80s?
I think it's 70s into 80s, but
Well, it might
I
be.
still know that.
It might be 70s into 80s and then 90s, isn't it?
All I know is that I was well dressed.
Yeah, I was. I mean,
I don't know, Ron. Come on, Ron.
I used to
Come
wear
on,
my
Ron.
Farahs, my Cecil G. I used to wear these.
Jabichi.
Yeah, I used to wear. So I was alright, man. I used to wear my nice, I had my nice little Adidas gold. What do you call it?
I don't know.
Um,
You had them. You should know.
Yeah,
You had them.
Samba. That's it. Adidas Samba.
Yeah, I had.
Um,
Ron, just as you said, you had Samba. Just to double down on that. Not only did I have Samba, we're just talking about black and white trainers
Yeah.
here. Clearly, I had Kick, Rom,
Yeah.
Mamba,
Yeah.
all black and white trainers, different
But
variations.
you had everything, didn't you? I mean,
No,
you
no.
had a chopper to ride.
I had a lot of stuff.
Food choppers.
Not everything, Ron. But you know what I didn't have, don't you?
Yeah,
I
I
kn-
know what you're gonna say now, yeah, but I think, you know what I mean. That's not what a kid
Sorry.
wants at that time. They're not
Right, you
interested
know
in
what?
that. They're interested in choppers and-
Anyone who's 56, 57, 58 years old, right now listening to this, if you grew up in a 5-bedroom house, no, there's nothing wrong with your radio. If you grew up with a 5-bedroom radio, you let me know, because I.
bedroom radio.
That's how angry. That's how angry you're making me.
I think Lenny's licking tech.
Yeah, there is tech. If you grew up in a 5-bedroom house,
Okay.
5-bedroom house, you write in, you WhatsApp us, call us, and let us know.
Right in. Well, he's definitely in the 70s and
Whatever.
80s now.
On an
I don't think
email,
anybody can
whatever you want to do.
No, I don't think anybody writes anymore.
Hey, I don't care, because I
Right.
know that I grew up in a council flat like most people,
Okay.
apart from Ronnie. Ronnie had a house that was as big as Buckingham Palace. All I had was a chute that I had to throw stuff down the chute, mattresses, televisions, and old cupboards down by the bin door where the bin came out. That's all I had.
Yeah.
So don't talk about I had a chopper when you had
Yeah,
such a
all them
lovely house.
toys, what I didn't get. But anyway, it doesn't matter, does it?
Well,
I
clearly,
was going to ask you a question because
clearly
you
it does.
didn't get me to let me. You asked me a question, but you didn't get me to answer. You answered my question.
yeah, you.
which was dating.
I asked you
Yeah.
how would I find myself a nice woman,
So,
and
yeah.
you're telling me to go to Aldi and look
No,
for
I would
women
say
with
to
one
you-
basket.
Yeah.
That's not the kind of woman for me, Ron.
Or go to
One,
the- all right. So okay, where do you like to go?
I go to Waitrose.
Right. No, forget about that. What places would you like to be in? What a public place where you feel comfortable? Is it a bar?
Yeah, probably a bar or a restaurant. I don't want anything.
Is it noisy?
No,
Quiet?
I can't have. Well, I love music, but I don't want to be shouting and having anyone's breath touching my face when they're talking to me.
Right, so you
I
want
need
a quiet?
I need a gap
Maybe music very low,
in the background.
right in the background.
Yes.
And that's the type of environment you want.
Yes.
Well, do you know them places like that?
Well, that's where I go.
Oh wow! So, if you go there, the people who like those places will go there as well. Now, at least that's one thing in common you got. And after that, you got to build on it.
But you know what? So I met this woman quite recently, very, very recently, and she said something to me, and I didn't realise it. I was talking, and I said to her, I told her what I like to do,
Yeah.
and then she said that she would be happy to do stuff like that with me. And then she told me about going to clubs and going to festivals and soul weekenders.
Okay.
And there was a gap where I stopped talking because I got no interest in it. And as far as I'm concerned, if she wants to go to a festival and all that kind of foolishness.
Did you tell her?
Hold on, this is really,
okay.
really, really interesting. So she said, I'm happy to do all this stuff with you. And then she said, well, I like to do this and I like to do that. So I stopped talking. So I carried on talking after a few seconds, but you could see I was thinking. And then I said to her, so what do you reckon? And then she said, well, her voice just changed. It really changed. And I said, well, I don't understand. Why have you done a 180 on me? And then this is what she said. She said, well, everything you want to do, I'm willing to try. I've told you I like festivals and going to soul reunions, and you haven't said one word. I thought, you know what? It's true. I haven't. I didn't say one word. And I said, well, I would try it for you. And she said, would you really? I said, I will try it for you. And I was just thinking, I'm never going to speak to you again. But I said, I will try it for you.
Why did you say that?
Because I don't want to be mean. Who wants to be mean?
I mean, I suppose in a relationship it's about give and take, isn't it?
Yeah, but the problem is, in what you just said is totally correct. It's 1,000,000% correct. A relationship is give and take. But when you do that, what happens is a dominant force emerges, and at some stage, the giver loses themselves. So in 5 years, 6 years' time, the person who your mum and dad and brothers and sisters knew no longer exists because you've been giving and taking and compromising so much, you've vanished. And then you're not the same person no more.
But that's where the balance is, isn't it? You have to achieve that balance. It's all about, look, relationships is hard work.
Anyone can hear the way that Ronnie just said look to me like an MP. He said look, just before they're about to lie or they've been caught in a lie, they always say look, and they lift their hands up just like Ronnie did. Go on, Ron, I'm looking.
As I said,
I'm looking.
Relationships are hard work, right? So you have to achieve a balance. So yes, give and take has to be involved in a relationship, but you have to say to yourself, you know what? Yes, I would sacrifice this for you, but hold on a second, I'm not going to go that far with for you. That's all. But you don't have to say it in them words, but you say it in your actions. You say it in the way you approach that person, the way you speak to that person.
Yeah, I think that your theory is probably spot on, but practice.
Oh God, yeah, practice is
Practice, it's impossible.
I don't think it's impossible, but it's hard work. That's all I'm saying. It's hard work. You know, there's going to be things what you don't like and she likes, maybe things what you like and she don't like. But you know, you sort of like come to a compromise.
Well, so I'll tell you what I did.
Mm-hmm. But you're saying to me, you're saying to me that you're going to give this, you're not even going to see this woman again after what she said.
Well, yeah, if she's asking me that in the first 2 or 3 weeks, then I can see things. Yeah, I might no. I don't want to know. I don't think so. No, I don't want to do that. It always gives me the impression, Ron. So when people our age are going to all these reunions and soul festivals and all this kind of stuff, it just gives me the impression we're trying to relive something that's gone.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And I don't want to do that. I just don't want to do it. When I was that age, I had a 30 waist and I looked a particular way, but I don't look like that. And I don't want to do that anymore. And I don't really want to see how other people are doing or getting on, which is what it's about ultimately. Have they ended up like we thought they were going to at school?
So what is your definition of a good night out or stroke in with a woman?
A woman.
Yeah, a woman.
Oh, hey, baby.
Of your
Hey, baby. What would be a good night in?
I mean, what is your definition? I mean, you obviously don't want festivals. You like festivals.
Yeah, but you know what? Festivals are all right, Ron. It's just that I can't imagine myself trundling around in mud and sleeping in a tent and having a squishy loo or a portaloo. I don't want to do all that, Ron.
No, I understand that.
So if I could stay in a really nice hotel, cross the road to the festival, go back to my hotel, and if you're going to say that doing all that stuff is part of a festival, I want no part of it.
So what if somebody said to you, you know what, I have this perfect night out for you and the woman of your choice. They said, right, it's a concert. It's going to have Bobby Womack, Bob Marley, and Marvin Gaye. Would that be something that would be ideal for you?
Yeah, I think I'd go because I like them people.
Right, so you would go with your woman to that, yeah?
Yeah, I guess.
You're very not enthusiastic about that.
Yeah, I would go. I would go with her. I definitely would go with my woman to see those people.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's a concert. 3 guys who you think are fantastic, yeah? And that'll be a good night out. Then after that, you have a meal.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so you have a meal, then...
Then what? Then what?
And then afterwards is the world's your oyster.
Afterwards, I'll be tired, Ron. And I'll be telling, listen, don't come in my bed and start snoring and all kind of foolishness, because the bed's for sleeping. And don't even bother to look at me with their googly eyes and stuff like that. I'm going to sleep.
Well, congratulations, you just actually smashed up that night out, really.
No.
Doing that at the end.
No, I say, listen.
You don't have to come with you, you can go home. You
Yeah,
go
you know
home,
what,
you go home.
I say, you know what? in the morning, I nice you up nice.
Yeah.
If you think you're lonely, if she comes anywhere near me, she'll be lonely for sure.
Yeah, but I think that singing that song, she'd run away anyway.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that song.
Don't give up your day job.
Yeah, you know what, Ron? You got
You know, I'm thinking. I'm just talking. I'm thinking. I don't even know if Lenny works. He didn't tell me what he does, actually.
Of course, look, if you want the other half of that gyro, you better change the subject.
Oh, right.
Yeah? If you want the other half of course I work, man.
You just gave me a clue there.
I'm in
You probably don't work. You keep talking about gyro.
I'm in resolution dispute.
Oh, resolution dispute.
That's what I'm in. Like Trish Goddard.
Do you stop people from cussing each other out?
I stop people from doing everything. I suck people's fun out of their life.
Oh, right.
And I get paid extremely well for doing that.
That's good.
I suck all the fun out of their life.
All right.
Whatever they want to do, when they walk into the office or call me or Zoom me, I tell them, listen, you know what's right and you know what's wrong.
All
And
right.
they say, how do we know what's right and how do we know what's wrong? I said, right, you're wasting my time here.
Yeah.
Have you made the transfer? They say, yeah. And I say, right, if you want to brag everything you've done in the day, it's probably going to be right.
Yeah.
If you want to keep it quiet and not tell anyone, it's probably going to be wrong. Those are the rules.
Oh, wow.
Live like that. Yeah? And don't make me angry. And make sure that a payment's gone through.
Wow.
Yeah?
And you get paid for saying something.
I get paid handsomely.
I think I'm in the wrong job.
Yeah, I just summed it up. Ron, I think that you're in the right job because you are one of the few people I've ever met in my life at my age that cares about what you do and actually helps people. You care. You actually care. I don't know anyone who cares. Most people just do their job because they have to, I suppose. They work to live.
Okay.
So, yeah, I do resolution dispute, and I hope I put that to bed for you, Ron.
Well done. Well done. I applaud you for it.
You applaud me.
Yeah, that means you've got your brain thinking. Can I say?
Well, what I can say is that's a pack of rubbish. I'm a deadbeat dad.
Oh no! I've not witnessed that one. I've not witnessed that one at all.
I'm a deadbeat dad.
I've met many deadbeat dads, but I don't think you're on that level.
Yeah. If I see a letter from the CSA or something like that, or one of my kids come and ask me for money, it's like the daylight and vampires. I start melting. It's like daylight, Ron. I say, leave now, come from this place. That's what it's like.
No, I don't think that's the case for you, Lenny. I think you've been a good dad over the years. I think
So-
you take them to St. Lucia. Well, no, I know you
So
don't.
you know what,
The only
Ron?
thing you don't do is take them to St. Lucia every year, which I think would be nice.
So,
But,
I was
bit
gonna-
like Steve-O does, but you don't do that.
Okay,
So the
okay.
kids don't know about St. Lucia like Steve-O's kids do. But anyway, that's
I was going to ask you, Ron,
Yeah.
what do you do for a living? But I'm not going to ask you because I
Yeah.
don't want you to commit because
No, I don't want
of
to
the
say.
stuff that
Yeah.
we do on the pod. So
Yeah.
doesn't matter because we say some boisterous and raucous stuff.
Yeah, and streamers, I can't say that. I don't want to be. I need to be a role model to whoever I'm with, and I don't want to be.
No, so when I say Ronald Adolphus Cleethorpes Washington
I have no idea who that is.
Mega Man, what did I say? Washington?
I have no idea who that person is, but who's that person?
Well, that's you.
Oh, is it? Oh,
That's
right.
you.
Okay. Oh, wow.
You don't even know your own
So
name.
you just give me a new name?
I thought that was your name.
No, nothing to
So
do with me.
when I took a picture of your passport and your driving license, all those names are not even yours.
Nothing to do with me. Maybe somebody else you saw.
Right, so go on. Your dating advice was what? You didn't tell me anything. I'm going to meet a woman. You
Yeah, I
told
did
me.
tell you.
You didn't tell me anything. You told me to go to Aldi, look for a woman with a basket, and all I'm seeing is
No,
that
I
that
said
means
go to a place
that means
where
that she's a poor woman.
You're comfortable with. You
Is she-
told me what the type of place you like being. So go to those places. You will meet a woman. A woman. There's going to be a woman there. You can go. You'll always meet women like that there. Women.
Right.
And 'cause what I'm saying, that's your foundation. You've gone to a place where you both like, and you're going to meet there. And then after that,
You're
you'll
wrong.
see.
I don't like Waitrose.
No. I'm talking about. You said you like bars.
Oh,
With,
okay. So
yeah,
the problem with what you just said there, Ron, in theory, again, you've got a lot of really good theories. This is the problem with your theory. Because women know that men like me will be there, the wrong kind of women frequent them places to look for a man like me.
okay.
So your theory is sound, but really nice sex workers go in those places.
That's probably true.
So it's like going into...
Why can't a sex worker be your ideal woman?
Because I don't want, when I'm showing people pictures of her, for everyone to tell me how they know her. How would you think my mum would feel about that or my dad?
Oh, I mean, yeah, there would
Do
be
you want me to
a
show
problem.
you a picture of my mum's face on my wedding day? That's how it was on my wedding day. You want to think when one of her friends tells her, "Oh, you know, I know that woman. You know, I see a picture in her $400." Yeah, nah.
Well, you know what? You should give them a chance. Yeah, because you never know. They could be your ideal woman.
They
But
could
as
be.
I said, they could be somebody
They
you
could be.
relate to.
They could be, but as you just pointed out,
Unfortunately, yes.
I'm never going to give them a chance.
Well, no, because of the job they do. But it's so sad though, because these people, I would probably guess most of them, well, good percentage of them don't want to be sex workers. They've probably gone into that life by accident or by the fact that how their lives have led them.
Well,
But
you know what, Ron? So I need to tell you this.
Yeah.
You see, life is a really strange thing, and as I've discussed before, it's kind of sad that you never see what a person's made of until their back's against the wall.
of course,
And we all go through stuff. Every single person has got something to tell us, some adverse situation that's happened, but you just keep on slugging, Ron. You just keep on fighting. You just keep on fighting. Break every situation down to a smaller, more biteable size, and then just do it. Tomorrow I'm going to do, and break it down, and then in a couple of months look behind you, and you've achieved something. And then before you know it, it's just in you. But the important thing is to keep fighting and keep going forward. That's what it is. Similar to losing weight. Don't check yourself every single day. Make it down to smaller, more acceptable, realistic sizes. We've all got stuff to go through. Everyone has got some adversity. Everybody has.
he's got a story. haven't
That's right. But you just can't let the universe bully you. Just keep fighting, pushing, smashing, grabbing, doing what you can. And then when you look behind you, you think, oh, I've come a little way. So, I mean, yeah, I guess some of the sex workers don't want to be sex workers. I guess that must be correct. That has
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I was going to say? I was going to
Tell me.
go into another subject here. I was
Tell
thinking
me.
about betrayal.
Oh, my God.
And I was thinking about a few stories that have come out this week.
I'm all ears.
Number one was obviously the one that everybody's talking about now, Cristiano Ronaldo, as he betrayed Manchester United.
Yes.
And also I'm going to talk about that one as well. Number two is your mate Kwasi Kwarteng, who again just gave it to his mate, Liz Truss again. Telling her
Good for them both.
well, telling her that it was her fault why she implemented it. She did it too quick, and
Yeah, I believe he did tell her that.
And he
I
said he
believe
went
he
into
did.
the office and he said it was ridiculous for her to sack your chancellor. No one sacks a chancellor, and he was really giving it to her. And I think again betrayal. And then you got the last one. Well, I was watching a documentary on FIFA
Oh,
Undisclosed.
my main man, Sepp Blatter.
Oh my God! People just betrayed everyone left, right, and centre.
Yeah, well, which one do you want to start
Well,
with?
you can start with the first one.
Go on, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I think there's sour grapes there. He's not the golden child anymore.
So you think he's behaving like a petulant child?
Yes, I do. He's not the golden child anymore.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do think he's behaving like a petulant child. Instead, he go and enjoy his 500-600 million. He still want to play football. Tell him to sit his ass down.
Well, he's not getting picked like he.
Yeah, that's right. He's not.
he's not
Before the team was built around him.
Yeah, yeah.
And now it's don't forget Cristiano. Yeah, he don't like that, does he?
The ego's too big.
Yeah, that's right. Tell him welcome to the real world.
Yeah, but you know what? Don't go too much on Ronaldo. He's a powerful man.
I don't care how powerful he is.
He's even more powerful than Rio, so just be careful.
I can tell you that I know that the rape charge against him was dropped, and any tax business was dropped.
Right.
He sounds quite powerful.
Well, he's a very powerful man, so you don't want to be going against Cristiano.
Well,
but yes,
if I was him, I'd have done it simple. I wouldn't have just got involved in them two things. That's what I would have done. All the money I've got, I would have never got involved in those two things. I think he's been spoilt, and I think if you believe that you can cuss out your boss and your work colleagues and then going back to a nice work environment, I think you've lost your mind.
Yeah.
To millions of people and all your followers and Piers Morgan and all that I think you've lost your mind.
But I've done that. I've cussed out my manager.
Oh, golden Ben.
But I know what you mean. Yeah, I mean.
I wonder what the fans will make of it.
Yeah, I think most of the fans will probably be against him, to be honest with you.
I mean, his daughter died, and that's never good. Death is never good, and
Who?
it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
But the daughter died.
Who died?
Oh yes, did he?
Yeah. I'm sure he had a daughter that died, a baby that died. Are you mad, Ron? Are you a crazy man?
Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember. I think there's something. Yeah, there was something.
Yeah, he had. So you're going to get a little bit of sympathy because
Yeah.
it's always bad, especially a kid. But yeah, I think that he's probably put himself in a bit of a difficult situation by coming out like that.
Yeah. So what about the second one? Was it Quasi?
Yeah, Quasi. I think that him and Liz, when they were doing their the mini budget, they looked too smug. They both deserve each other. There's no loyalty. Remember, ask Julius Caesar. The king is dead. Long live the king. You watch, it'll be your turn. Enjoy yourself, Rishi Sunak. Your turn will be soon enough. Boris hasn't forgiven you yet, Rishi. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, but I think what Quasi did was like, imagine it. Both of them was stuck under a bus. Quasi's pulled himself from under the bus. More or less left Liz Truss there, not even helped to pull herself under the bus. He's left her there and then he's cussed her out.
No.
How could he do that?
She pushed him. She pushed him
Alright,
under the bus.
him. Okay, but then she got pushed by somebody else.
Yeah, so what?
they both got stuck under a bus.
So why
what wouldn't you just pull each other out?
Are you serious, Ron?
Yeah, you're both under a bus. Pull each other out. But what Quasi's done, he's got himself out under the bus, looked at Liz Truss and cussed her out.
Yeah, have you ever been on an aeroplane before, Ron? You ever been on an aeroplane before?
That's a bit strange to say that.
I'm asking you. I want to clarify something with you.
Yes,
before
I have.
So you know the emergency message. They say fix your own oxygen mask before you help anyone else.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Right. What Liz Truss didn't fix. She didn't fix anyone's mask. She just said to herself, you know what, this plane's going down. The first person I'm kicking out of this plane is Quasi. She didn't think of any mask. She didn't think of no one. So then Quasi said to himself, oh, I found a really nice soft place to land. I'm going to fix Liz now. It's good for them both. It's politics. So let them carry on. None of them helped each other fix any masks. None of them. They just wanted to sort their careers out.
But she was nice about sacking him because I mean she nicely sacked him because when he wrote a letter to her, his letter was like, you know, even though you did sack me, you're still a nice person. I still want to go down the pub with you. So I think that, you know, for him to do that to her, that's a bit rough, isn't it?
Well, I think that it's a shame that everything's led by social media. I don't think for 1 second that them two really cared about each other. They was just in case it got out on social media in the future.
Yeah.
They didn't want to get each other in trouble and say disgusting stuff.
Yeah, I think we've probably got a few minutes left anyway. I'm sure of it.
So that's Liz Truss, but I think the worst one has got to be Seb Blatter.
Well, Seb Blatter, I mean, have you watched the documentary?
I started watching it yesterday or the day before, as you told me.
Okay.
I was watching it for about half an hour, and now I realised it was just the credits that were rolling. That's a long documentary, Ron. I saw about 10 interviews with Sepp Blatter saying that it's always been corrupt. He's just there, and I watched it and I was thinking, yeah, this looks interesting, and it just carried on.
Well, what Sepp Blatter basically said, he had nothing to do with him. Even at the end, he said none of the corruption had anything to do with him. He'd never been accused of anything. He was once, but then he got let off. But he's never been accused of anything. It had nothing to do with him, no matter what.
Okay.
No matter what, he had nothing to do with him. He had the people around him were corrupt. Your mate Jack Warner was incredibly corrupt, and you know.
Tell me what Jack Warner said about his sons, Ron, when the FBI got his sons.
Oh, he just said. Well, the FBI approached Jack Warner because they found out that Jack was laundering money for his sons' businesses. Obviously, they arrested the sons, told them the situation. Then the FBI thought to themselves, right, we've got him in a corner. So they approached Jack Warner, said to Jack, we've got your sons, they've been arrested. What are you going to do about it? He said, well, can you just pass a message on to them? Tell them that good luck. Good luck.
That's what you call tough love, Ron. I wonder what happened to the sons. I'm going to Google them when we get home.
To see what happened to them.
I wonder what happened to the sons with Jack Warner.
You know, but Jack, I mean, like I say, Sepp Blatter, he's what you call a Teflon Don. Nothing stuck.
There's no loyalty, Ron. There's no loyalty among anyone. There's no loyalty among family. There's no loyalty among friends, let alone criminals. If you come across one person in your life, of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is nothing to do with anyone. It's just my view. This is my observation on my journey, my peaceful journey through life. If you come across one person in life who treats you as the dictionary says a friend is, someone who you can speak to, say anything to, and it's never going to come back to you, and they can do the same to you, then I think you're really lucky if you come across someone like that. Every single day I expect Ronnie to say something to me, and he hasn't yet after about 15 years, 14 years. I still expect it. And I'm going to just say, Doesn't surprise me. I knew he was going to do that. 15 years on.
Well, you know what? I think if you talk about betrayal, I think if the fact that you are very abusive to a lot of the communities in this country, the Jamaicans, and I think if a Jamaican said to me,
Oh my
"Where
God.
is Lennie?" I would tell him.
Where Lennie is?
Yeah.
But I'll just tell the Jamaican community that you're wearing a hat, a black. I say Lennie's wearing a hat with a black thing and a grey thing and a grey trainers. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, but I'm just saying to you, I would give you up there. I'll say, look, listen, he's over there.
If I see a group of young men running towards me, I'll shout out, "Len, you better run. Len, you better." That's what I'll shout out. It's simple. It's easily done, Ron. It's really, really easily done.
But talking about betrayal, so you're saying that would that exclude your parents when you talk about betrayal?
Who did they betray? Me?
Yeah, would you think your parents would betray you?
No.
Right. So when you talk about betrayal, are you excluding your parents? aren't you?
Yes.
Okay. So anybody else is fair game.
Well, I think as Mush said on the pod, police, when you go on the run, the police always look for your mother or your girlfriend because they know you're always going to go back to your mother or your girlfriend. And normally, mums will turn boys in, but not for nothing bad, but it's because they don't want their boys to get hurt.
Yeah.
But women would do it, girlfriends would do it for any reason. You had an affair with their friend, you didn't give them the gold or anything, any reason they would do it. Not every woman, I'm being told, I keep generalising, but I think a really high number.
You think after your parents, you think a woman could be the one who could be your most loyal, your girlfriend or your wife? Do you think they're the person who you believe could really be the most loyal? Are they the people you would look to? I mean, were you married at any time, Lennie?
You're too slick for your own good, Ron.
I don't know.
You're too slick for your own good.
I don't know. But if you was, would you have trusted your wife?
Of course.
Unconditionally?
Yes.
So
Yes.
you a woman, I mean, you trust a woman more than a man in terms of...
At that stage, yes.
Yeah.
Right now, never.
Of course.
Never. The only bit of information a woman's going to get out of me that's going to be truthful may be my name, because she might ask to see my driving licence, so maybe my name.
So that means that you...
Or possibly my age.
So that means there's a capacity for you to lie.
Oh my God. I will make a sport of Olympic sport of it.
You would lie to a woman?
Oh my God. If I met her organically and blind, I would lie to her so much. I would pretend you ever seen Stir Crazy with Richard?
Frustrated with finding the right mastering for your song to a professional commercial standard? New Balance Studios London, UK consists of a combination of great engineers and unique portfolio of vintage and state-of-the-art equipment. New Balance Studios are currently becoming a leader in audio mastering. We also give you 3 options of masters to choose from. So try us now from £70 onwards at www.newbalance